All right, everybody. Today we're going to work on creating a barley twist candlestick using conversational cam. Over here on the right side of my screen, I've already sketched out the candlestick. And so from here, we're going to go ahead and bring in all of this over to conversational cam. So we'll start by going to File, New Part. We're going to call this a candlestick, and we're going to call this barley twist. That way, if you make a rope or fluted or whatever else, we can differentiate those ones. You can fill out the rest of the stuff, designer. You can say yourself or me or whoever. And then we're going to give it a description. And all we're going to do here, this is going to be our size. So in this one's case, we're going to do a 3.1875 by 14. And that's just for ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and click on OK. I'm going to go over here and we're going to make a new blank. So assuming we don't have the blank already, we're going to come over to here. We're going to call it a square turning blank because most of them are going to be square. You can also cut the corners off of it, which will make it go a lot faster, and you can turn it to the polygon turning blank. So either way, whatever you're going to do, we're going to leave it at square. Blank description. All this is for us to differentiate one blank from another blank. So if you look over here, I've already got a 1000 and a 1001. So today is going to be a 1002. Okay. Blank height is going to be 3.1875 or 3 3/16. Blank width is going to be the same. And then the length is going to be 14. Okay. At that point, we're going to click on Save New. It's going to come up here to the very top. I'm going to click on it. And show right here. We're going to say Select and Exit. That's going to define our blank right up in here. Now, the next things we're going to do are just add all of our toolpaths to this. The first toolpath we're going to add.
On your screen, is it split so you can see both of them?
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to add is going to be the turning round toolpath. We're going to take this from a square, four-sided piece into a round. And this is going to be the only toolpath that defaults a cutter. This is a 2704. This is the 1¼ surfacing bit. Okay, we're going to select that one. And if you look over here, we're going to turn it round to 3 1/8. So we're going to take just a 16th off that diameter. So our process name is turning round. Okay. Is the part already turned round? The answer is no, it is not already round. Starting position, I'm going to start at 0. Diameter, so this is the finished diameter at the start position. It's going to be 3 1/8 or 3.125. End position is going to be 14. The diameter is going to be the same, 3.125. All the rest of these numbers you can either modify, change, or leave the same. It's totally up to you. Because this is our first project together, we're going to leave everything all default valued out. Going to be a little slower than I like it, but good to begin. So finish and save. Once we've turned the whole thing round to 3 1/8, we need to then go in and we're going to put our 2 tenons in either end here. Okay, so we're going to go here to Add New. We're going to go turning round again, but this time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to use a different cutter. We're going to use a straight bit, but we're going to use a 1/2 inch diameter because we're only turning here from 1.5 to 2.5. And so that 1¼ inch cutter won't fit. So we're going to use this one here. We're going to select and exit. Process name, this is going to be tenon 1. It's going to be the first tenon or the tenon on the right, on the left side. Is the part turned round? It actually is this time. Section diameter is 3.125 or 3 1/8. Our start position, we can look over here, is going to be 1.5 and we're going to end at 2.5. So 1.5. Okay. Diameter at the start position, we look right here, says 1.5 as well, 0.5. End position, 2.5. And diameter at end position is 1.5. So no taper, just a straight down. Okay, we're going to finish and save. We've now added our first tenon. We're going to come down here to the other side and do the exact same thing. So we're just going to add new, turning around again. Again, we got to go pick our cutter because it always defaults back to that original surfacing bit. Okay, this is going to be called tenon 2. Okay. And we'll just start down our questions. Is it turned round? Yes. Section diameter, 3.125. Start position. On this one, it's going to go from 12.5 to 13.5. So start position, 12.5. diameter 1.5, end position 13.5, diameter 1.5, and finish and save. So now we've just generated both of our tenons and our turned around part. Next thing we're going to do in the final step in making a barley twist candlestick, putting the barley twist on the candlestick. So we're going to go to add new. We're going to go spiral barley twist, this guy right here. We'll click on OK. We're going to select our tool. In this one's case, we used a 2-inch diameter barley twist. So we can come down to our filter here. We're going to go to barley twist. I'm just going to grab my 2-inch. Select and exit. This is going to be called barley twist. And the barley twist start point is actually down here in the center of the cutter. So not at the edge where the cutter starts, but in the middle of that cutter. So we're going to start at 3.5. Okay, 3.5. Okay, and we're going to end at 11.5. 11.5. We're going to use the whole profile height, and I'm going to change our starts to 3. Now here you can define if you want to go to up to the left or up to the right. And then of course our section diameter is 3.125. We're going to finish and save. Now the last thing we're going to do is going to give us just a nice cut at the beginning and the end of the barley twist, just to make it look a little nicer. So we're going to go add new and go turning tool profile. Okay. And we're going to use that same barley twist as before. This one's going to cut in at the 3.5. So we're just going to say 3.5. X-axis position. Oh, wow. Process name is Barley Twist Profile 1. Now we're at 3.5. Profile height, yes. And section diameter is 3.125. Again, a lot of these things are already put in there. We're just going to leave them alone for now, but we can play with those later on as we get more comfortable with the program. Okay, I'm going to add new. Do the same, turn into a profile. Get the same cutter. Process name is Barley Twist Profile 2. X-axis position. I'm going to come over here. It'll be 11.5. Everything stays the same, and we come down here to 3.125. We're going to finish and save. Okay, now that we've built every step to making the barley twist candlestick, we're going to go ahead and check each box here and make our G-code. All right, our code's ready to go for a Mach 3 system. We're going to go ahead and just save it now. We're going to click on Save G-code, and we're going to put this on our desktop. We're going to call this Barley Twist Candlestick, and we're going to call this a 3.1875 by 14 G-code. Now that gives us our blank size right here when we first begin. That way, if we have a lot of different sizes of barley twists, we can go ahead and make sure we're using the right blank so we don't cut into our machine or just ruin our part. Okay, with that saved, we're ready to go ahead and go out to the machine.